Okay, but before I put the fender in, let me show you what the whole valance looks like now. I still have to do repair here to make this whole nice shape, and I think that's it for the front valance. Of course I need to fix this lip because, you know, it's the whole flange is ripped there, but I'm talking about the shape here. I think we are where we want to be. We'll see with the fender, but anyway, so this whole area was pushed in and I straightened it. This whole area was pushed in and I pulled it out. And this little lip underneath, you remember how from here to the end it was straight line. I reproduced the same shape here as on the other side. Now let's see if the fender is gonna fit. Okay, this is too sharp here, and this thing is pushed in. So this, when I cut out this piece from the side, I need to cut it out and replace it, that's for sure. So when I cut it out, I'm gonna be able to put my adjustable wrench maybe and pull this out. Okay, let's say we know how to tackle this, but here the shape doesn't match at the bottom, and I don't know if this is the fender needs to go in or the valance needs to come out. But now we're gonna figure this out. This is the shape of the fender. Let's see if this fender matches this shape. Yeah, actually the fender is okay. So the valance needs to come out. Okay, this we're gonna figure this out, but the important part is, oh, this is too far out. The important part is we are very close here, which we weren't before, you remember? I'm running low on space on the memory card today, so I can't film everything, but I'm gonna be showing you probably a little bit at a time. So I just recreated this flange, and the shape, actually I'm gonna take the shape from the other side. That's the shape from the other side, and matches pretty close here, except I don't know if this needs to be like that or like that or like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach this plate here in the front. I marked where the holes are, and I'm not gonna drill them before I weld it. I wanna weld it in place and make sure that it fits with the fender, and then I'm gonna drill the holes. But I'm gonna weld it to this plate to this flange, and then I'm gonna put the fender and I'm gonna play, and I'll see how far it needs to be before I weld it here and here. Wasn't it lower before? Of course it was. What happened? So the valance has the right shape on the other side, but the fender, this part needs to come out. Oh well. Okay, these curves are almost matching now. I need to pull this out a little bit more on the fender, which is fine. But here at the bottom, they are almost even now. But the other thing that worries me more is this here, on this side. The width of this bow here is much thicker than what it's supposed to be, and I guess that's my fault, because there was a little bit of gap here between the flange and this surface here, and I don't know why I decided that this is the right shape, and I just filled up the gap. So probably I will have to cut here and push it back in, because this is too wide. I can see on the other side that this needs to come somewhere, like literally here. Even here, this has to come out a little bit, because I can see this is pushed in. Then it's going to become a little bit lower, but this definitely needs to go higher. But we're getting there. We have a good improvement today. So just rebuild as much as possible this flange here, and now I'm gonna test fit it on the car. I think that's the best I can do. Now all this needs to be smoothened with Bondo, because I can feel all the hammer marks. That's normal. Anyway, so now legs is, I have to make a patchwork here and make this line straight. I don't think I need to replace the whole thing because the shape is the right shape here. I totally forgot about this. Yeah, I need to weld it inside. Okay, so I clamped it where it's supposed to be. And now I can remove the fender and weld it. Do you remember the trick with the flattened drill bit? Jet Butley showed it to us. So this is to remove the paint from the piece underneath, so I can weld. Okay, I think that's good. Now we can move to this opening here. So I can see there is a patch that goes on top. I don't think I'm gonna disturb this patch because it looks like the patches that have been done here and there are good, so they just didn't care about the shape. So I'm just gonna cut a little and extend it. Looks like this part here is solid. Only this corner here and this. So I think I'm gonna replace some area like that. Here the bottom lip needs to be replaced, but I don't want to touch this because this is the mount for the heater unit inside. So probably I'm gonna do something like that. And for here, maybe something like that. This was here. Maybe now I can put it underneath to protect the heat. I think that works. Okay, I haven't noticed that my battery died on the camera. So anyways, I cut it out, managed to cut it with this with my cutting wheel, but I removed the shield. So these are the two pieces that came out, and they were like that. So I now have to reproduce them somehow, and the hardest part, of course, is this pressing here. So I'm gonna use Jed Mudley's technique. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm gonna put a link here. I've never tried before, so let me try and do it. Wasn't that bad as a first attempt, but it is a little bit bigger. So I just made another set which is smaller, and I'm gonna try again. go home.